The Berenstain Bears Meet Bigpaw is a 1980 short film directed by Mordicai, Gerstein and Kouzel, and it's written by Stan Berenstain and Jan Berenstain. And we have a voice cast including Ron McLarty, Pat Lysinger, Bob Kaliban, Gabriela Glatzer, and Jonathan Lewis. And this one is quite sweet. It's definitely not my favourite Berenstain Bears film. I feel like it didn't feel the way I expected it to. It's set around Thanksgiving, and it didn't really feel very Thanksgiving-y to me. At times it did, and we have some nice messages, but it mostly revolves around the character of Bigpaw. And I quite like the design of Bigpaw. On the one hand, he's actually got quite a simple design. It's not too fussy, and I rather like that. But on the other hand, I think he has quite a well-written character, a well-written personality that's quite interesting. And this particular character of Bigpaw is a legend. And if the bears are greedy, particularly around harvest time, then Bigpaw will come along and tell them to stop being greedy. And this is exactly what we get with some of the little Berenstain bears, and they're up a tree and they're picking food, and Bigpaw comes along, and I don't want to say too much more than that about the specifics of the narrative, but obviously anything that deals with greed and making sure that actually you think of others and you're not completely selfish, obviously that's always going to be a really brilliant message. No complaints there at all. But at the same time, it's maybe not the most interesting narrative. I don't think that children would not watch it, but obviously the more engaging the narrative is, the more likely the message is to get across. And I think there were times when this was quite good. We have some really nice music. Bigpaw sings a song at one point. Everything flows really well. But the actual specifics, scene from scene, are sometimes just not as interesting as I think they could have been. And as I said, it doesn't necessarily have a very strong Thanksgiving-y vibe. So I don't know, I didn't completely love it, and compared to a lot of other Berenstain cartoons, it's maybe a bit of a weaker narrative. At least that's how I feel. Maybe other people absolutely love it, and if that's the case, that's brilliant, but that's unfortunately not the case for me. But I don't mind it. As a one-time watch, the Berenstain Bears Meet Bigpaw is not too bad. I thought Bigpaw was a pretty interesting character, but I doubt I'd ever watch it a second time.